To be honest with you, as a man who works very hard to maintain a certain level of league dominance, I find losing insulting. I mean, look at me. I went from a tiny twink to the muscle-bound freak you see before you. It is not type 2 adult onset diabetes, I'm cultivating mass. There were a few other beefcakes in the league this week, so before we fire down to John Wanamaker's for some Tommy Bahama shirts, here's a look at Week 7 in the LDFFL. Extreme highs gave way to extreme lows as G-Berg was able to bounce Glatz from first place this week. After wallowing in the depths of the swamp for the last 2 weeks, G-Berg is finally starting to show signs of life again. We can all expect an endless barrage of trade offers from Glatz though, as his team is definitely trending downwards. He moves into second place, while G-Berg shifts into 7th.
Why would you not want to eat one of these every single day of your life? I mean, they're delicious, they're full of carbs, which is great for a pump, and they're cheap as shit.
The acquisition of Austin Eckler continues to pay off for G-Berg as he dropped 37 points this week against Seattle. Aaron Jones was finally let loose and contributed 28 points, and Jonathan Taylor did just enough against the Titans to close out the win.
My body was sculpted to the proportions of Michelangelo's David. You, on the other hand, well, you're a pit of despair. Frank, you disgust me. You disgust everyone.
Jordan had his first kid this week, which some people say is better than busting a nut. Too bad the new dad narrative didn't help him out, as I picked up the win and he picked up his 3rd loss in a row. It's time for him to get his shit together or reconsider his life choices. Either way, I move into 3rd place while he drops to 4th.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a bit of a disappointment for us.
Makes me sad.
Yeah, because we're truly trying to give him a future. Is there anything that we can do?
Well, not unless you can change the color of this baby's skin.
Tyler Boyd made me look like an absolute genius this week as he exploded for 34.5 points. The same goes for Davis Mills, the ultimate bye-week fill-in quarterback who dropped 28 against the Raiders. Newly acquired George Kittle rounded out the win with 22 points against the Chiefs.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
The Evans finally had more bite than bark this week as they broke their 3-game losing streak against Ross and Packy. They finally stopped trying to dig crack rocks out of each other's ass and put together a solid performance. Ross and Packy, meanwhile, could use an egg in these trying times after another miserable outing. Neither team is inspiring much hope at the moment, with the Evans shifting into 9th place and Ross and Packy once again taking up the Swamp King crown.
Oh, they're all gonna pay the ultimate price!
Whoa! Oh. Dude, what's all that stuff you're grabbing?
Tools! Duct tape, zip ties, and gloves! I have to have my tools!
The Evans can thank the Arizona Cardinals for their win, as they got big performances from Eno Benjamin and the reinstated DeAndre Hopkins. Aaron Rodgers started slow, but did just enough to wrap up the victory. Angelo must have been praying to a big, bloody, beautiful crucifix this week, as he crushed Weiss by 60 points and picked up his 2nd win in a row. Things have been trending up lately for Angelo, who seemed destined to roam the swamp for all eternity. He moves into the playoff picture in 5th place, while the loss drops Weiss into 8th.
Wow, that's almost impossible.
Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
Joe Burrow went off once again this week, dropping 50 points on the Falcons. Solid performances from Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley, and Devonta Adams were more than enough to take Weiss down in this one.
I don't need your trophy, so you go. I just want to tell you all, go yourself. Oh, shit.
Mancy passed the ocular pat-down this week as his matchup with Rudder and Lawler came down to the wire on Monday Night Football. Seemingly blessed by the ghost of Mike James, Mancy picked up the .43 win and sole possession of first place. To be honest with you, I can't remember the last time Mancy was in first place, but I'm all for it. Rudder and Lawler, meanwhile, pick up another loss and drop into 6th.
My form is perfect. I'm like Jerry Rice. Feel that stride. So fluid and fast. I've got the stride of a gazelle. A beautiful, beautiful gazelle person. My body is achieving a perfect symmetry right now. It's that long, lean muscle I've worked so hard to achieve. I should have popped my shirt off. God damn it. Really should have popped that shirt off. I wonder if any women are watching from the sidelines.
Josh Jacobs continues to prove the doubters wrong as he erupted for 36 points. Kenneth Walker is probably the pickup of the year, torching the Chargers for 34 points. The Dallas Cowboys defense capped off the victory with 22 points against Detroit.
And I love boiling denim and banging whores. And I don't care if anybody doesn't like that about me. They don't have to stick around.
It's going to be a huge problem for the league if I keep winning. Successful guy like myself, I'm going to have a target on my back. There's no amount of schemes, plots, or ploys that will stop me from ascending to the top of the LDFFL mountain. I'm currently in the E phase of the dentist system, so stop by in week 8 to see me neglect the league entirely. And remember, if you're going to be a dick, be a little dick.